between both seats, because there will be animals on both sides. The llama was as is surprisingly a very good swimmer. On our right, we have these impressive cattle, and these guys are the Watusi cattle. The Watusi cattle come in a variety of colors. The ancestors of the Watusis can easily be traced back to more than 6,000 years ago, making them one of the oldest breeds of cattle in the world, known as the King of Cattle. The cheetah is truly a rare and endangered species. For many years, they're hunted for their beautiful coats and therefore begin to disappear from the wild. There's an estimate of 7,000 cheetahs remaining in the wild today. There's only been this cactus. Within the pride, there is a defined order of dominance. The pride will cautiously surround the prey and quickly move in for the kill, which is generally a bite to the neck. Lions are capable of killing animals that weigh up to 1,000 pounds, and considering the lion's capable of taking down prey much.
ਇਹ ਹੋਰ ਰੰਗ ਦੇ ਆ ਨਾ
The color of their hair is due to a color inhibitor, which inhibits the deposition of pigment along the hair shaft, which produces a paler coat than the sandy brown or tawny colored line you saw in section 2. The less pigment along the shaft, the paler the line. Actually, here the lines were throughout the park before we opened.
ਸਟੇਜ ਤੇ ਜਾ ਕੇ ਜੰਗਲ ਤੇ ਭਾਵੇਂ ਇੱਥੇ ਆ ਲੋਕੀ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਮੀਟ ਖਾਂਦੇ ਵਾਲਾ ਤੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਬਸਤੀ ਬਣਦੀ
On our left here, we have two different types of animals. We got the baboons, but if you look a little further behind the baboon, they originated in India and they're one of the only true miniature size of cattle breed, meaning they were not bred down from a larger size cattle. To be considered miniature, the male must not exceed the height of 42 inches and must not exceed the weight of 600 pounds. This tropical breed is relatively easy to take care of and requires little space and care. It is often found laying around on hot days of the year. And we got our baboons. Baboons are found through southern parts of Asia and North Africa. These guys have a very interesting social organization that is called a cheek pouch, where they store large. Not only does this remove dirt, ticks, and fleas, it also acts as an important form of social bonding. Communication between the baboon troops is complex, as one would expect from a highly social. Non-vocal forms include lip smacking, shoulder shrugging, and nose-to-nose contact.
ਕਿ ਪੰਗੇ ਲੈਂਦਾ ਉਹ ਲੌਂਕਦਾ ਕਰਦਾ ਕੀ ਕੀਤਾ ਉਹਨੇ ਰਿਸ਼ਤਾ ਲੜਦੇ ਸੀ
Diana, that's me and you.
African savanna. This 60-acre reserve has 9 different species, including the scimitar wolf, such as our Barbary sheep, whereas these grassy open plains are more suited for our antelope species. On our left here, we do have our Barbary sheep. The Barbary sheep come from the north parts of Africa, and in the spring the young are usually born. Just hours after birth, the young are able to climb and jump as skillfully as an adult. In North America, free-ranging Barbary sheep were successfully reintroduced in parts of California and strive quite well there now. It is the males you see with the long manes and horns, and they can reach up to 31 inches in length. On fly, they have these strong, powerful legs which enable them to run speeds of 40 miles per hour, which they can maintain for a half an hour without showing any sign of fatigue. The ostrich is not the smartest creature out there, guys. Their brain is the size of just one of their eyeballs. And once before, the ostrich skin feathers were very fast numbers in the wild. An ostrich egg can weigh up to 4 pounds, which is the equivalent of 30 chicken eggs. And contrary to public beliefs, ostriches don't bury their head in the sand when scared. They just lay down flat out to avoid being seen. On our right here, we have these white antelopes, and these guys are the scimitar horned oryx. The scimitar horned oryx is a desert-dwelling antelope that get their name from the curious shape of their horns, which resemble a scimitar, an Asian sort of a curved blade. Both males and females have these horns, and they can reach up to 3 feet in length. That one is our male named Mac. The ones hanging behind him are the ladies, Starlight and Fire, and Mac tends to hang further from the ladies as they do bully him sometimes. In front of the rhinos, though, we have the elands, and the elands are the largest of all antelope species. The most distinctive characteristic of the eland are those enormous hollow horns. And on our left and one on our right, we have the white bearded wildebeest. The wildebeest inhabit the open woodlands of southern, central, and eastern Africa. Today, there's an estimate of 1.5 million white-bearded wildebeest to inhabit the Serengeti. As a result, the Serengeti wildebeest migration is one of the largest land mammal migrations on Earth, second to the mother being 3 minutes after birth. After birth, the calf stays in very close contact with the mother to avoid being lost or preyed upon. These are called the addax. The addax is a screwhorn antelope that have horns that twist 2 to 3 times. These guys do not need to drink water though, as they receive enough water from the moisture of the vegetation that they eat. Unfortunately though, they aren't listed as critically endangered, but they are one of the most rarest antelopes out there. on our left here, we have our zebras. The zebra is considered the wild horse of Africa, and unlike the domesticated horse, the zebra is almost impossible to train. The zebra has neither the horse endurance nor the gentleness to make the horse a friend of a man. The zebra also has an acute sense of sight, hearing, and smell. It's old. Each giraffe has their own bounds, which is as much as the bus we're in right now, making them the tallest land mammals on Earth. The giraffe will have a pregnancy that lasts 14 to 16 months of one calf every 24 months. The calf's first 6 years staring at the other giraffe. She was the first giraffe conceived through artificial insemination back in 2013.
Kecil.
Over 32. You'll hardly ever see that in the wild though, unless another giraffe keeps watch. The giraffe has 5 ossicle horn-like structures made out of ossified cartilage, skin, and fur. They have 2 on the top, 1 in the middle, and 2 behind those ears. Despite their size though, they can run up to 29 miles per hour, and the name giraffe comes from the Arabic word meaning the graceful one. These guys move using
Diana, the goat, the whatever that is, it's smiling at me.
North American elk, the spotted fallow deer, and the markhor. On our right here, we have the markhor. The markhor is the largest in the wild goat family, weighing up to 220 pounds. It is the males you see there with those beautiful flat, spiraling horns that are about 5 feet in length. Females have horns that are about 80 centimeters long. On our left and a few on our right, we are going to notice these spotted little deers. These guys are the spotted fallow deer. These spotted fallow deer come from Europe and Great Britain and are often referred to as the park deer. We have a large amount of them in this preserve as they breed quite easily in captivity. Antlers appear on the males and they appear the second year. Before the first year they're a simple pair of prongs. The deer then is known as a picket. They're shedded each year and replaced with a larger set. Further behind the fallow deer there's another type of deer, and these guys are darker brown, and this is the North American elk. The North American elk is the second largest in the deer family, second largest to the moose. Antlers are on the males, and they're the fastest growing bone, growing up to 1 inch per day during the summer season. By August, the antlers are shedded and replaced with a larger sets. On our left here we have the
Ikan dia
bison.
lagi naik.
The bison is a symbol of the continent's strength. At one time, there was an estimate of 70 million bison to roam North America. Unfortunately, though, they did become extinct in the wild and could only be found in protected areas, such as captivity, where domestication would ensure their survival and provide